Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my friends from around the world. How is everyone feeling? Hello, hello, hello. If you can turn on your cameras, that would be amazing. If not, I will feel like a crazy person screaming at myself at the top of my voice in my own room. So do me a favor, my friends. If you can turn on your cameras, let's do that. Johan, thank you. Emilito, thank you. Errol, Aiden, hello, hello. Shazil, Karina, Winnie, Stefan, please be safe while driving. Oh dear. But thanks for streaming in. Anup, hello, hello. Hello, Daniel, hello. Christeline, Samir, Denise, Christine, Shayla. Hello, friends. Thank you for joining in today. Now, you might be thinking, am I in the right Zoom? Why is it so high energy? What's happening right now? Well, I always believe that in a Zoom session or any session, there needs to be high energy because I am here to be your chief cheerleader and also your master facilitator. All right, friends. I hope all of you are feeling good. If you are excited, I want you all to type 10 in the chat if you are excited. All right, let's get some engagement going over here. 10 in the chat if you're excited. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Thank you, Karina. Thank you, Moses, Samir. Thank you, Mashi, Leonard. Yes, Aiden. Very nice. Very nice, Jerry, David, Winnie. I love it. I love it. Hidi, thank you. Thank you. Michael, Malik. Okay, super cool. Now, friends, this is going to be a very, very different kind of sharing for today. Okay. In this CLN network, we're going to be focusing on education, but more importantly, entertainment, information, and inspiration. Okay, so by the end of today, you're going to have key takeaways. But on top of key takeaways, you will also need to have key follow-ups. Because if you do not follow up on whatever I'm sharing today, then basically you're wasting your time, wasting my time, wasting CLN's time. And nobody wants to waste time, okay, friends, because all of y'all are busy business owners, man. So the 1 hour that you're going to be dedicating to me and committing to this, I want you all to be present. I want you all to enjoy the process. But more importantly, try and follow through with what I'm going to be sharing. Okay, all good? If all good, give me 2 thumbs. 2 thumbs and 1 toe. Oh, damn, yoga. Okay, I don't recommend anyone to do that, okay? Unless you do yoga. Because I think I pulled my hamstring. Okay, anyway, let me kick things off with sharing about what the heck is CLN networks. Now, some of y'all might be from part of the different communities, but CLN really is a combined network of so many amazing human beings, 700 members from 100 countries, which is a part of 7 different networks, right? The Co-Chain Connect, North Star, Emerge, GA, CA, Life Logistics, and Magenta. Okay. Now, all of these different networks represent different aspects of logistics. Okay. The best people to actually share more about this will be people from CLN. If you are interested to know more about CLN, you can reach out to any of my colleagues like Mashi, Emilito, all of these people, all these amazing human beings. Now, in terms of events, CLN has a lot of events coming up. The biggest one is the senior annual event happening in Kuala Lumpur on the March 22nd to 25th. Also, there'll be the Intermodal South America, April 13 to 16, and the Freight Summit in Bangkok, September 28 to October 1st. Now, show of hands, who here has been to any of the CLN events before? Anyone? Anyone? No? No one? Wow, okay. Then you, oh, okay, Samir, only Samir. Damn. Samir is the, okay, so Samir knows what happens at these events, okay? There's networking, there is exchange of value, but more importantly, right, there is a lot of revenue generation, lead generation, because members within the communities and networks can share business, build partnerships, and basically make a lot of money together, right, Samir? Yeah, Samir was like, yeah, man. Of course, there is the partying, but that's a different story for a different day. Only if you come for an event, you will understand. Okay. Now, on top of this, this is gonna be the main event for 2026, which is March 22nd to 25th. Okay, happening in Shangri-La, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Now, if you are interested to join, okay, my friends, please scan the QR or head to the link combinedlogisticsnetwork.com/conference/CL, and maybe one of the CLN colleagues can help paste that link in the chat. But if you're interested, scan this, okay? 6 networks, 1 event. I have been blessed to have spoken keynote at some of these events, and it's amazing. Okay, imagine a room full of like 600, 700, 900 people coming together with one mission, which is to connect and also bring the logistics, supply chain and everything across the globe. Okay, all good, scanned already. I'm going to be moving in 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, done. That's it. Moving on. Now, you might be thinking, who is this crazy Asian Chinese boy screaming at you at 4 p.m. Hong Kong time, 10 a.m. Bucharest time, and a whole bunch of different timings? Because right now I'm in Bucharest. Okay. To give a short introduction about myself, my name is Jeremiah. Hello. I come from sunny Singapore, and I do a lot of speaking and engagements around the world together with NAS Academy, which is part of NAS Daily, also with Dream Opportunities, which helps to bring students or people in tertiary education connecting with brands to help them, give them a better career prospect, and also with CLN, right? I've come and talk about a whole bunch of different things, but my main focus is branding, marketing, and of course, content. Okay, friends. So this is just day one of what we can expect from 5 other sessions. Today, we're going to be talking specifically about LinkedIn, but in December, we're going to be talking about storytelling. In January, we're going to focus on AI, okay, productivity hacks. In February, I'll be talking about how you can create landing pages using AI and vibe coding. And lastly, in March, we'll be talking about branding. Okay, so today we're going to focus on LinkedIn. Now, show of hands, who here has a LinkedIn page? Okay, yes. All right, thank you, Shazil. Yes, Heidi, Mashi, Karina. Okay, good. Emilito, nice. Leah and Daniel, very nice. Now, thank you, Samir. Who here has a LinkedIn page but don't use it? Don't put up your hands, okay? Because, oh no, Malik, I said don't put up your hands, and then it's okay. Dennis, you don't have to tell us. But the thing is, right? A lot of people always assume that Abdul, okay, I love it. Everybody's being very honest. Very good. Now, everybody always assumes, right, that LinkedIn previously was a platform for resumes, for you as business owners or as team leaders to find your next hire. Yes, that is true. But LinkedIn has evolved past just being a platform for hiring and recruitment. LinkedIn is an amazing platform for lead generation, for revenue generation, but more importantly, for speaking to key decision makers. Okay. I myself, the biggest amount that I've ever gotten from one single conversation on LinkedIn is $300,000. Okay, $300,000 from a conversation. Someone dropped me a DM, right, a direct message on LinkedIn saying, "Hey Jeremiah, I like what you're doing with branding and your presence. I just want to understand a bit more about what you do." At first, I was thinking, okay, you know what, scam, another joker, another comedian who's just trying to sell me something, right? But back then, I used to run an agency, branding and marketing for 10 years, right? So of course, I was hungry for money. Everybody loves money. Whoever doesn't love money, please don't raise up your hands, okay? So I decided to have that conversation. And it turns out that this person was part of a legacy company, which is very similar to freight forwarding. Legacy, okay? And it was a printing company. And she said, a lot of people always think printing is very sunset. We want to do rebranding. So that conversation led to more conversations, which eventually led to a $300,000 rebranding of a 150-year-old printing company in Singapore. So this is similar to what y'all can do. Okay, I want y'all to shift your mindset. Shift your mindset from thinking that, oh, LinkedIn is just a landing page, but it is now LinkedIn is not just a resume or a profile. It is really a landing page. A landing page for you to actually build your presence, build your reputation, and then get revenue and leads through direct messages. Okay. So the old view is that, oh, LinkedIn is resume, listing job titles and duties is focused on me. But now I want you all to shift your mindset that it is a landing page. Okay, solving specific problems for a specific audience, moving from me to them, from you to your audience. Okay, so the first thing that you need to understand is identifying your ideal customer profile. Now, I want you to type in the chat who you think your ICP is. Write it in the chat. It might be people who want to move products in cold storage. Okay, that's one. Or maybe your ICP or your ideal audience would be shippers, freight forwarders who use only air. Okay, I want you to type in the chat. Who do you think your ICP is? Okay, type in the chat who you think your ICP is. All right, let's see. For my CLN fam and CCC fam and basically any one of y'all from the 7 different connects. Okay, Samir says people who manufacture or exporters and importers. Okay, what else? Anyone else? Within your own networks itself, you can also write your ICP. Okay, perishable forwarders. Okay, what else? What else? Any more? Let's see. Okay, network partners. Okay, forwarders from Netherlands to Asia. Very specific. Love it. Time critical forwarders. Okay, very good. Pharmaceutical. Okay, that's actually quite focused as well. Now, what I want you all to do right now is to utilize AI. Okay, because I want you all to move your LinkedIn page, to shift your LinkedIn page. Okay, shift your LinkedIn page from something like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, wait, something like this. I don't know if you all know Chris, but this is what I want you all to see. Okay, finally got it. Something from, let me share my screen so you all can see. Okay. This. from this profile. Okay, it looks, some of you all might be thinking, oh my gosh, yeah, it looks okay, it looks fine. But I want you all to eventually look like this. Yes, our dear Chris. Okay, there is subtle differences. It might seem like, oh, it looks exactly the same, but no, it's actually quite different. Okay, from this to this. Now, the first thing that I want you all to do, I'm gonna be doing a few AI related things. Okay. Now you can decide what kind of AI colleague you want to use, whether it's ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek, whatever. Okay. The first thing is to identify your ICP, because right now, okay, we have importers, maritime service, manufacturers requiring sustainable, freight forwarders from Africa, freight forwarders and LCL consolidators. All of this is good. Okay, all of this is good. But what I want to help you all is to make it great. The first thing, okay, whenever we use AI, we need to give AID, this thing called AID. Okay, 8. Action, intention, direction. Okay, action, intention, direction. Actually, you know what? Let me just share it in Zoom itself. Action, intention, direction. Okay, action, intention, direction. So under action, you'll be giving your AI colleague a specific job description. Now, AI is not your friend. AI is your execution. Okay, it is your implementation. So the first thing when it comes to understanding your ICP, right? Giving an action, you can do this, okay? Act as a world-class market researcher and brand strategist, okay? My goal is to transform my LinkedIn profile from a standard resume into a focused lead generation magnet. To do this, I need to deeply understand my ideal client. So right now you have given your AI colleague, which is whatever, ChatGPT, whatever, a specific job description that they need to do, okay? Now, the intention is that what? My goal is to transform my LinkedIn profile into a lead gen magnet. So that's your intention. When it comes to direction, you need to then give it a specific tell. Okay, a specific tell. So I'm going to just very, very quickly put these things here. Okay. I sell offer. I'm just gonna put this as freight forwarding services. Don't worry. I will share an entire document with all of y'all after this for you to copy all of my prompts that I give you and everything that I'm sharing with y'all. Okay. My biggest success stories come from clients who are currently, okay, I'm just going to very, very top line based on what y'all shared, from who are currently pharma and moving from Netherlands to Africa. Okay, I'm just combining everything that you all shared just now. Okay, now based on this information, generate a detailed profile for my ideal customer profile. Okay, done. From here, what it's gonna do is gonna then create a whole list of people. If you want to add a bit more specific responses, you can even tell your AI colleague, okay, to add these different prompts, okay? Your response should include any of the following sections: job title and industry, top 3 pain points, the outcome they seek, and also keywords they search on LinkedIn, okay? Now, this can just help to add a bit more meat on the bones and also clarity on your specific ideal customer profile. Okay. Now, based on this, right? Now, this is just a starting point, Why? Can anyone tell me? Why am I understanding who my ICP is? Anyone tell me? You can raise your hands, you can unmute yourself, you can scream at me at the top of your voice. Can anyone tell me? Anyone tell me? Why do we need to understand our audience? Anyone? Anyone? Phone call. Okay, no worries. Oh, okay. Sunday, go for it. Why do we need to understand our audience?
We need to understand our audience so that we can tailor our services to meet their needs.
Oh my God, everyone, let's give Sunday a round of applause. That is exactly what you need to do, okay, friends? You need to understand your audience because then you are specifically speaking to them. You're having a conversation with them. Because if you do not know your audience and you're speaking to everyone, what's going to happen? You're going to end up like this joker, okay? This joker over here. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say this joker, but this person, okay? Because clearly, oh man, now actually I feel bad. Like, I can't redact his name, but whatever, okay? Let's just assume. Does anybody here know a Dennis Chia? Hopefully not. Is anybody friends with this guy? If you are, tell him that Jeremiah says all of this with love, okay? Only with love. Now, the about is not specific. There is literally no post that this guy puts. He only puts comments, right? So it's very, very fragmented. It is not specific. But we go to this Joker over here, this other Joker. You can tell that he has a very specific message, creating logistic opportunities beyond networking, right? Now, all of these, and then even the about section, you can tell is different. And he actually posts, on LinkedIn because he knows his audience. So by wrong. By understanding your audience, okay, by understanding your audience, you know the kind of message that you need to speak with them. Now, don't worry. I'll be sharing the prompts in a document for all of you all to use. Okay. Now, from here, once you have understood your audience, this is where you need to understand real estate. Real estate on your landing page. Okay, LinkedIn is not a profile anymore. It's now a landing page. So let me share with you, okay, based off Chris's landing page. Prime real estate is these things over here. All of these things right at the top. This is the prime real estate. Your LinkedIn banner, your profile picture, your name, your LinkedIn headline, and your about section. Okay? All of these different things. Hey, I think I'm sharing the wrong screen. Am I sharing the wrong screen? Yes, I'm sharing the right screen. Yes. So once again, your LinkedIn banner, your photo, your name, your headline, your LinkedIn headline, and your about section. Okay. These are the important elements of your prime real estate. So once you understand your audience, okay, you can now start to create your LinkedIn headline. This LinkedIn headline is okay, but can be better. Sales and operation manager. Now, question, Johan, do you care that Dennis is a sales and operations manager? No, you don't, right? I mean, he's laughing. He's probably like, maybe, but no. Oh, you can't speak. Okay, no worries. Right? But I'm pretty sure Johan's response will be like, not really. I don't really care if he's a sales and operations manager. Okay, what does he say? Okay. No worries, Johan. But you see, all the other people, Vincent Chong, sales manager, Titus Lim, ship spares, air export assistant manager. Now, all these are just job titles. Job titles do not mean a bloody thing, okay, on LinkedIn or even in real life because you are not defined by your job title. What are you defined by? You are defined by the impact, the value, or the benefit that you can bring your audience. So if, let's say, all of these, right? All of this is your audience. Let me just quickly, okay, geographic, blah, blah, blah. Primary, right? Mid to large pharma. This is your audience. Your LinkedIn headline can then be adjusted so it is specific to your audience. Okay, specific to your audience. Now, if we want to create a headline, okay. Now, this portion over here, this is the headline. This is your LinkedIn headline. Okay. How can you create that? You can go back to, I keep going to the wrong tab. You can go back to your AI colleague. Okay, AI colleague, and then now tell your AI colleague you want to create a specific LinkedIn headline based on your ICP. So over here is a prompt, okay? I help pharma companies, okay? Pharma companies to, what's the outcome they seek? Guaranteed, have guaranteed auditable compliance and on-time delivery. Okay, let's just say to have, right? And then in terms of your core services, you offer freight forwarding. Now, draft 5 compelling, okay, 150 to 200 characters on LinkedIn headlines that focuses on the outcome for my client, not my job title. Okay, this, let me just also add, this is based on the ICP above. Okay, now let's just see, okay? Your audit ready mitigating risk for global pharma. This is actually pretty good. I like this. Stop cold chain failure. Whew. Not bad. Okay, not bad. These two, not so much. I really like this. Okay, mitigating risk for global pharma. Now, immediately, if I were to randomly, okay, let's see, pharma freight forwarder. Let's just pick some random person. Okay, Mr. Irfan from Amsterdam. Is anybody friends with this guy? Hopefully not. Okay. Now let's see. Freight forwarder, pharma. If I was a someone looking for somebody to help me with my pharma freight forwarding, and if I land on Irfan's page, firstly, no LinkedIn banner. Secondly, freight forwarder pharma. No good. If his LinkedIn headline was mitigating risk for global pharma, we stabilize the supply chain for complex temperature control shipments in sub-Saharan Africa. This is super specific. And if any of y'all, okay, who was the one who said pharma? Somebody said pharma. Ah, Malik. Okay, Malik. If you had this, okay, I don't want to go into your LinkedIn profile again. I mean, but if you are open to, we can. If your LinkedIn headline had that, right? Stabilize the supply chain for complex temperature controlled shipments. Immediately, your audience knows exactly, oh, Malik is not just some random manager at some random freight forwarding company. He helps mitigate risk for global pharma. So this is something that you can do to actually change your headline. Okay, change your headline. Now, moving forward from there, another thing that y'all can do is to think about that same, this same impact statement, put it into your LinkedIn headline, right? Mitigating global pharma risk. Now, there is no right or wrong, but there are best practices when it comes to having a very, very good LinkedIn banner. Of course, Chris is one, all right? Chris is one. Let's look at this other guy, okay? Oh, Daniel Paul, yeah, right in front. I help founders build powerful personal brands. Very good. It's not just some random no LinkedIn banner, right? There is a specific call to action. Who else? Of course, I have to show my own, right? I have to walk my talk, right? I help founders build profitable business through community engagement. Okay? Now, these are certain things, right? Remember, this is your real estate based off your headline. Of course, I'm very cheeky, right? I use my mouth to make money because I feel LinkedIn is very sterile and clinical. So I just want to shake shit up. But this is something that you can do based off your prompt or your output. Okay, stop cold chain failure. Imagine your headline is that stop cold chain failure. Very good. At least it is attention grabbing and it sticks out from the crowd. Okay. Let's look at someone else. Okay. See? No LinkedIn banner. Let me see. No LinkedIn banner. Wow. Is everybody in the freight forwarding industry just shy or something? You don't have to be, okay? Because really, LinkedIn as a landing page can help you to accelerate and increase your rev gen. Okay. Yes, you can ask questions. Maybe let me finish through, then we'll head to Q&A. Okay. So I have gone through LinkedIn banner. Please ensure that you have good visuals. By the way, for LinkedIn banners itself, you can easily create it using Canva. Okay, using Canva. And if you have a pro account, you can also create like a carousel, right? To have more social proof, more information in your banner. Okay, just like Daniel as well. Depaul, right? Very, very good. Okay, Chris doesn't have that. Maybe Mashi, you can let him know. Okay, to make his LinkedIn landing page from good to great. So we've gone through banner. Now, pictures itself, right? What I would suggest when it comes to pictures is really to maybe get something different. Okay, get something different so that you can stand out. Okay, this is a different picture. For me, I also have a different smiling face, just so that it's not just repeated. Okay, and then your headline. Now, the next thing, the most important thing is the about section. I want you all to look at all of the different about sections. Okay. Have you ever tried to take your brand and business communications and rise above, only to get stuck, not knowing how to proceed? Interesting? Okay. Click, see more. Next, as a founder, you're juggling running a business, trying to stay visible. Your posts aren't converting and consistency feels impossible to maintain. Okay, interesting. You got my interest. See more. I help freight forwarders to network by connecting them to agents worldwide. Currently have 2,000 members worldwide, more qualified forwarders in super niches like, oh, I like this, like ... Cannot see, oh my God, I want to know what niches this network is in. Click, see more. Now, on LinkedIn itself, the about section is your real estate that you need to utilize. People usually, okay, I'm so sorry, Dennis, but license, what is this? Part M, part JAA train. No. Okay, maybe to y'all, because this is if it's related to forwarding or compliance, it could be interesting. But if I was looking and hunting for people to get business from or give business to, I won't be interested in all of this. Maybe because it's quite technical. Let me go to a different profile. Okay, I'm so sorry, Michaela doesn't even have an about section. Irfan, okay. Let me translate this. Or maybe let's go back to Michael. Okay, our dear Michael. Oh, Dennis. Okay, about daily focusing on providing quotation, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you see, this is basically his job description. He's telling the world, okay, this is what I do on a day-to-day basis. Nobody cares, Dennis. Nobody gives a flying aeroplane about what he does on a daily basis. And it's the truth. If you are scrolling on LinkedIn as a person who wants to either get business or give business, you'll be interested on how their service can add value to you. So imagine I am part of the pharmaceutical company and I'm just looking at all of y'all, right? All of y'all. And then I'm scrolling through your LinkedIn pages and then you're just telling me your job description. I'll be like, oh my God, waste of time. But if I scroll and see, oh, Shazil's profile, right? His about section, he actually shows benefit of me, what I can benefit from his service. Or I see Abraham and I see, oh, okay, Abraham has a specific outcome, transformation, or impact that I can receive. As a person who's looking for pharma, 100%, I will drop Abraham, I'll drop Shazil, I'll drop Scarlett an actual message. Okay? So I want you all to remember to start shifting your mindset from LinkedIn as a resume page to an actual landing page. So under the About section, if we look at Chris had a very, very good cliffhanger, right? Like, dot, 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 and then we had to click the see more. That is one indication and signal from LinkedIn. When people click see more, it means that people are interested in your profile, right? Networks, all of this. And he also helps founders operate business more efficiently, right? So he's showcasing his outcome, his impact. What about Daniel, right? Founder realized that all of this action, here's the proof. This is what you can experience. Booking more bookings, 70% reduction in content creation, authority built within 14 days. Right? How about me? Avoid the situation. Understand your audience, determine your brand, execute campaigns. So your about section, literally, okay, friends, needs to be your story. It needs to be your story, not your job description. How can you write that story? Well, once again, let's use the AI, okay? Let's use AI to help write a about section. So I'm gonna use this prompt, okay? Oh wait, I can't see myself. Okay, there we go. Act as a world-class content writer. I need a 4-line opening hook for my LinkedIn about section, right? My target audience is what? Pharma companies. Pharma companies. Fear, stress, frustration is, I'm just gonna go back again to this. Fear is, where's the pain point? Okay, let's just use this cold chain failure. Okay. Or maybe cold chain failure. Okay. Biggest pain point is cold chain failure. Okay. My solution is guaranteed auditable clients on-time delivery. Now, write a conversational hook for interested parties to actually want to go through my profile. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna add this yet for now. So from here, what we're doing, right, is getting hooks. Okay, hooks that can actually get people interested. Okay. Is the high stakes Netherlands to Africa coaching keeping your team up at night? Which is very, very similar to, have you ever tried taking a brand business, right? It's a question. Now, what else? Let's give me 5 more introduction hooks. Okay. Are you tired of fearing? Okay. Does the thought of your next GDP audit make you question? Netherlands to Africa, blah, blah, blah. The cost of logistics failure. If the cold chain fails on the way to Africa, your entire distribution strategy fails. All of these, right, is basically how you tell your story, how you have your introduction. But you're not introducing yourself because nobody cares who you are. Nobody cares who I am. People only care about the impact, the benefit, or the transformation I can give them. That's the truth of the matter. We live in a very narcissistic, selfish world. But how can we tap and utilize that, game that, right? Is to give them a relatability introduction so that people will be like, ooh, interesting about, let me click see more, right? You need them to do this micro transaction of clicking see more over here. So from there, this is where you can start to talk about the problem statement. Okay, whatever people experience, your specific audience, if they are pharmaceutical companies, right? Or based on the chat so far, perishable forwarders or time critical forwarders, importers, maritime, right? From Africa, consolidators. These are your audience. You need to relate to them. So talk about problem statements. And the problem statements can be found in your top problem. Okay, pain points and challenges. Customs and compliance, integrity, visibility and security, readiness, cost of high failure. Right? And then this is where you bring in your solution statements. Oh, at Combined Logistics Network, we give access, we give platforming, and we give a network so that you can build connections and partnerships across the globe. Right? So now you introduce them, introduction, you get them hooked on you as your person. And then you talk about the problem statement that your audience faces. Then you talk about a solution. So what you're building is you're building care and concern for you. You're making your audience actually want to know more about who you are. And then from there, you end it off with your call to action, your CTA. Over here, right? Chris, his CTA is this. Work should be fun. Let's make it fun together. Ready to transform your personal brand, right? Reach out to me. Transform your LinkedIn presence. Let me champion your cheerlead, unstuck and emerge from ashes. Okay, contact me. So this is where you talk about all of these different things and then end off with your call to action on your LinkedIn profile. Okay, so the about section is not about you. It is about your audience. Do not make this same mistake of writing your job description and your daily to-dos in the about section. Nobody gives a flying ship about you. They care about the transformation you bring them. Okay? Now, I know some of you might be thinking, oh my God, Jeremiah is too intense. I feel attacked. No, don't be. Okay, don't be. I'm just trying to help you all move from good to great. Okay? Move from good to great. Wow. Are people volunteering their profiles to get roasted? Okay. Maybe let's get to that in a bit. Okay. So I only have 15 minutes left. Sheesh. Okay, let me just quickly finish this and then I will go into a quick roast and then maybe Q&A. Okay. Why do I keep sharing the wrong? Okay. Now, if you want, okay. Am I sharing the right screen? I am, right? Now, if you want them to actually take action on your specific product, service, or offering, in your about, you can literally also add a lead magnet, which I'll be teaching you how to create a landing page for your freight forwarding services. Now, a lead magnet can come in the form of, download our free guideline on how to have compliance from Africa to Netherlands, or download our resource on best freight forwarders within MENA or Southeast Asia or something like that. And this should go into your featured section, okay? Your featured section over here. For all of your freight forwarders, your featured section over here. This is your CTA. So all of this, right, blah, 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 get them to move to here, featured. Download a PDF or a white paper or a annual report, okay? Best freight forwarders of 2025, things like that. All of these, remember, is meant to generate interest because your profile is a landing page. So you need to milk it and utilize every single segment as your real estate to capture leads and to build your lead gen, which eventually you can convert to revenue. Okay. Now, in terms of your lead magnet, it can be whatever you want. It can be a whole bunch of different things. It can also be a promo, to say like, okay, click on my let's see, let's go to this, right? Subscribe to your newsletter. Right at the top of your profile, LinkedIn profile, you can also have a call to action button here. Click to have a call, right? Book a one-on-one call or something like that. I don't know where mine went. It disappeared, right? But yeah, this is a very, very good example. or download my or get a promo of something. Basically anything to motivate and incentivize your target audience to have a conversation with you. Because freight forwarding is not small ticket items, right? It's quite big, and you need to get them on a call for them to actually for you to upsell or bring them down a funnel. Okay, so this is what I would say is important when it comes to your own real estate. Okay, now everybody understanding so far? Good, great. Show me some thumbs if you're okay. Yes, very nice, very nice. Thank you, thank you. Azza, Heidi, Leonard, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so when it comes to LinkedIn, right, these are certain things that I highly recommend you to do. Now, in the document that I'm going to share with you, I'm also going to share a prompt on how you can create a lead magnet, whatever it may be. Okay, a lead magnet, whatever it may be, so that you can integrate it into your LinkedIn landing page. Because the main thing that you want to get is their data. Because once you have their data, you can then add them into your CRM, right? Your customer relationship management tools, your funnel, and then get them to buy into you. Okay. I just realized Scarlett has a room like with 6 people inside. Wow, that's amazing. Now I'm scared. No pressure. What is this? A boardroom meeting? Boardroom learning. Okay, yeah, boardroom classroom. Okay, very cool. Okay, let me take some questions. Fast, rapid fire. Do we have the Q&A function? Okay, never mind, we don't. Now, if anyone has questions, you can raise your hands, virtual hands, and then we will unmute and then do a queue system for questions. I see Shazil. I see in the chat you have a question. Maybe Shazil, we can start with you. Go for it, brother.
So my question, hello, first of all, how are you?
Hi.
My question is regarding the content calendar and some basics of content. If I am putting up content on my LinkedIn, what are the basics that I need and I should be looking for, and how regularly should I update like that? So
Okay, very good question. Very good question. Once again, let us utilize our AI colleague, right? So in the same thread that you have generated all of this information, you can give it the same prompt. Now, these prompts are not in the document that I'll share with you, but I can just write it down. Act as a world class. Wow, my English, goodness. Maybe I'm stressed, pressured because Scarlett has a room full of people. Act as a world-class content creator for LinkedIn. Okay, and I've given it a job description. Intention, I want to be consistent with my publishing and posting on LinkedIn in the form of videos, write-ups, and image carousels, maybe. Okay. Based on the information retained in the above responses, give me a content calendar with 60 days worth of content. Now, Shazil, you can also feed it information, other information, right? Because this is the direction you're giving it an action. Based on your own capacity. Okay, Shazil. Now I'm just going to assume, maybe assume I only have 2 to 3 days a week to post. That is my bandwidth and capacity. This is also to respond to your question about, oh, how often should you post on LinkedIn? It's really up to you, right? It's up to you. But generally, it is good. And this is also a best practice for LinkedIn to post anywhere between 3 times a week. If you can post every day, even better. With AI, you can, okay? But generally, 3 times a week on LinkedIn is good enough for visibility, for exposure, and for people to remember who you are and what you do. Okay. Other things that you can also feed into your AI colleague would be keep the content calendar a mix of varied content types.
Thank you
Like,
so much.
hey, no worries, like entertainment, education, information, and inspiration. Things like that. Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste this in the Zoom chat if anyone wants to, because it's not in the document that I'll be sharing with you. All right. Okay, then there we go. Okay. Day one, blah blah blah, do this. Why most standard forwarders cannot guarantee pharma integrity to Africa. Okay, then on Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. Week 2, customs and compliance. Week 3, Africa specialist. Week 4, cause of failure. So this is basically all of the headliners or ideas that you can use. Okay, export to sheets, whatever. If let's say you want to expand on certain things, you can even say, okay, expand on the first week. Follow the structure of introduction, hook, problem my audience faces, solution I provide, a call to action. Okay, something like that. Maybe not expand on the first week, expand on the first content idea, which is the cold chain crisis. Okay, and then you can come out with a written article for you, and then you just copy and paste into LinkedIn. Does that answer your question, Shazil?
Yes, it does. Thank you so much.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that question. Thank you for correction. Okay, Millie, let's fly over to Millie. Hello, Millie.
Hi, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Super. So just wanted to ask you one thing. You were talking about title. That's something, I mean, not quite interesting as a solution just to put your own actually working title. But as then there is another section where you can describe a little bit more yourself in the about part. If I search for somebody, for example, in a company, and I want to know his role, for example, if he can deal with the forwarding and of course logistics. Actually, a title is something that helps me to understand if he could be the right person or not. So how can I know if it's the case to change my description, for example, or not? Because actually in my profile, I put like forwarding department manager, chief of sales and operation, team leader, problem solver, team builder, CLN air shipments expert. This is my title. And then in the about section, it's everything, let's say, more detailed. So because this is something that already I have learned from a training course in Italian, of course, of LinkedIn pages. So now I'm just, it's strange to me that this is actually something that's not so good, right?
Okay, it's not about good or bad or right or wrong. It is about preference. The only reason why personally I'm sharing with all 80 of you, 90 of you all here today is because I want you all to stand out. Now let's just look at, I'm just gonna type freight forwarding, okay? And then we just look at all of these people. Managing director, okay, director, freight forwarding and logistics. They don't stand out. And especially if let's say I were to click on Ron, all of the other more profiles for you at the site, okay? The only person that stands out to me is this guy, building DP World Sweden from the ground up. Because that is an action. That is an action, there is an outcome. The rest, chief commercial officer, CEO and all that. Yeah, it sounds nice, but then nobody cares. Millie, if you want to put all of that information, people, once you have got them in your prime real estate, because this is the first things they will see, If they are interested in you, when they scroll down, immediately they will see your experience. Ah, okay, what do you do? Managing director, senior director. What you are
Okay.
doing in terms of psychology and human behavior is you are building that relationship, that co-relationship, because you need your audience or the people who can give you money, then you need them to care about you. Right now, all of this, I don't care about Jessica, I don't care about Bianda, I don't care about Jimmy, because it's just titles. So the way that I shared, right, is more of the psychological and also consumption patterns of humans and how they see things.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, I see now. Thank you.
Okay, very good question, Mili.
Thank you.
Okay, Mashi, we have 4 minutes left. I'm gonna give the power to you. Should we roast a profile or should we get one more Q&A?
Yeah, we can. Let's do it just for a few minutes.
Okay, roast one profile. Huh? Okay, you want to choose one profile for me, Mashi? A lot of them shared. I do not want to take the burden of responsibility.
Maybe we can try the first one. The first one who
First one,
sent their
who?
profile.
George, is it? George.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, my friend George, where are you? Are you ready, George, to get roasted? Where is George? Is he here? You gotta have your camera on, George. If not, I can't see your facial expression, whether you're crying or not. Okay, I'm not here to make anyone cry. I'm not here to make anyone cry. Okay, let's see. George, wow, I love your picture. Very nice. But your mountain tells me nothing. What is this? Do you like to go hiking? No one cares, George. Add your impact over here. Okay, your LinkedIn banner. Okay, operations manager. Once again, nobody cares. Operations management, logistics management. Talk about the impact, right? Talk about how you bring transformation to your audience. Now, what else? What else? What else? About with over a decade of expertise, if I specialize is okay. Now, this is everyone falls into this into this rabbit hole. I used to be that as well. About section, don't make it about yourself. Make it about your audience, because people don't care whether you have a decade of expertise. Maybe in this industry, maybe because it's legacy. But I want you all to stand out, right? So use your decade of expertise in freight forwarding, specializing in global logistics, operations, and management. Reframe that on how that brings your audience impact. How does a decade of expertise bring your audience impact? Because right now you're just talking about yourself and you haven't let your audience care who you are yet. Right? Nobody cares if you're committed to forging robust partnerships. What does robust partnerships even mean? Okay, all of these buzzwords. How I would reframe it, right, is saying that with a decade of, okay, anyway, you know what? Let's just try this. Let's just bring it into, okay. I want to rewrite this about section on LinkedIn to showcase introduction, hook, problem, solution, and a CTA. Rewrite this and remove any jargon, fluff, and keep it simple so my audience can understand. All right, let's see. Okay. Wow, this is very long. Let's define it a bit more. Keep the write up to 200 words or less. Okay, this will probably be a better thing because why? My expertise. So imagine you say, oh, my decade worth of expertise is solving this, auditable this, unbroken, right? As opposed to, where's the profile? As opposed to just talking about yourself and your job description. Because remember, no one cares. People only care what transformation you can bring them. Okay? Now, friends, we are at time. I need to head to Bucharest airport to catch my flight because I need to fly away. So we are going to be sharing a feedback link for y'all to give feedback. I want y'all to be honest. As how I was honest with y'all, I want you to be honest with me. Okay, tell me if whatever I shared makes sense for you. If it's a 10 out of 10, give a 10. Okay. But if it's a 9 or an 8, let me know how I can improve the curriculum. Shazil, no, we're gonna give you a link to give the feedback. But thanks though, thanks for the immediate faith. If it's a 9 or an 8, tell me, okay? Tell me as well. Thank you, Sumia, for the love. Tell me how I can improve, okay? Because we still have 4 more sessions together, and I want to give you all maximum impact. I'm not here to just teach for fun. I really want to help change your entire business and brand. Okay. So Mashi has shared. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Bart. Thank you so much, Abdul. Share it in the feedback form. Okay. If you give it an 8, let me know how I can improve. What is the 2 marks or the 2 more stars I can give so that it's better? Okay. Oh, no worries. I think there'll be a recording share. Will there be a recording share, Mashi? I don't know.
Yes, we'll be sending the recording probably by tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. So after each session, you'll get the recording, and then I will also be sharing the document with you. Okay, turning your LinkedIn profile into a landing page. Mashi can probably share that out, or should I just share it in the chat? The link. Maybe I can just share it in the chat. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But then Mashi will also share. Mashi will also share after the session, in case. Okay. With that, my friends, 1 hour flew by so fast. I want to thank you, everyone, for lending me your time, honoring me with your attention, and also giving me your energy, love, and support. Our next session, my friends, let me share what is upcoming again. Our next session will be December 2nd. Okay, December 2nd. December 2nd. Okay, December 2nd. Okay. If you want, you can take a picture of this or put it in your calendars. December 2nd, the next session, I will be talking about storytelling for your freight forwarders. So we're going to expand on the intro, problem, solution, call to action framework so that you can write better stories or create better content for LinkedIn or any other platforms. Okay, but more importantly, I'll also share why you all should be telling stories and why you should make people care. And with that, Mashi, is there anything you want to add?
If any of you wanted to learn more about our networks, just send us an email. I've sent it here in the chat box. Thank you everyone for joining.
Yes, thank you. Thank you everyone for joining. Have an amazing week ahead and I will see you all soon. Goodbye. Adios, mi gusta. Sayonara. See you. 再见. Bye bye. Vanakkam. Okay.